Hey guys, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and I'm back. And we're getting back into the swing of things for 2023. And one game I really wanted to revisit and get into is Stranded: Alien Dawn, which has just had the Dunes and Moons update. I was going to say Bums and Tums update, but I think that's more the general fitness goal for January, right? But anyway, the Dunes and Moons update, which is very cool, and I want to do a bit of a playthrough, show off the features of the game. It's just one I have an absolute passion for. So anyway, before we start, like, comment and subscribe. Me and Tom appreciate all of the comments on the channel, and we love your interaction. Alright, so let's get started with a new game, and we'll see some of the new features that have been added with the update. Now, of course, we have the crash landing. They may add new scenarios and missions as we go through early access, and there are different regions now. And the original was this temperate mountain area with large green meadows. They've added Desertum, which is a hot desert dominated by dunes, oases, and dry riverbeds. Is that how you spell oasis? I think they need to look at that, right? Not sure if that's the actual plural, but hey, I could be wrong. So we're going to go for Desertum. There's some new moons which add in effects. I'm not quite sure what they do, but we'll go for Jason as I think it adds some extra challenge. And then, of course, the general game modifiers will go for easy as I'm doing a playthrough and sometimes my brain gets scrambled when I have to speak and play. Game rules also, you can add in random survivors and peace first, but in this one, we actually want to pick our survivors. Cool, let's move on. Okay, everyone, I decided to skip ahead and pick my 4 survivors that I'm starting with. You do get to pick from a pretty cool cast of available characters. I mean, if we look at Connor here, you can see all of his abilities on the right-hand side, and then you have some traits as well. Now, I decided to go with Jack because he's really, really good in combat, and I've used him before, and he can improve the combat skill of others. Krista is coming along because she's going to be great for her intellect. She's occasional insights that boost the current research progress. I went with Quinn because he has good construction skills, and he's easy to manage with his permanently increased happiness. Rita then rounded things off as she's good with farming and also will hopefully improve the cooking skills. Also another easy colonist to manage. Right, let's jump in and get these 4 survivors started on their journey. Alright, here we go. This doesn't look good. Okay, not the world's best starting animation, but we'll go with it. Everyone's cold and pissed off that they've crash landed on this planet. Right, so we have a gun over here. We'll get Jack to pick up that gun. We'll get somebody scavenging this once they cheer up a little bit. Quinn's crying and rather upset. What we will do is get some camp items sorted first. Let's get some storages for our beds and also get the storage places set up, sheltered from the elements, and build our small colony from there. Now we started with 100 scrap and some cooked rations, which is great. Jack's doing his scavenging, but we will set up our... We can take a deeper look at tasks later, but we'll set up our rest schedule. Let's get... I tend to stagger it like this. I don't know if this is right. Oh, that's too many. I want to make that work. Now, everybody has a relaxation schedule that staggers with everybody else. If it works, I don't know. Quinn's at the risk of a meltdown already. That's not good. Often the colonists will have a meltdown, but then they have that event there, the catharsis, and they boost back up. So you don't necessarily have to worry about that too much. The new Moons, Dunes and Moons update looks great. I love the new environment. It's awesome. I'm going to get our colonists working on a few things here. So we'll get them to observe a few areas here to see what all this stuff can do for us. We have stone, obviously less wood in this area. Okay, cool. We got some synthetic textiles. I tend to like to get the observations done first because then we know exactly what we're dealing with in the area. We can actually build a nice fabric place if we want to, because we have fabric, so we might do that. We'll set up a bed for everybody. They're kind of out of the elements under here, but, you know, it's not great, but hey. Everybody should now have a sleeping spot. And we'll get some storages, some stockpiles made as well. This game has some really cool attention to detail. I think if you saw the character screen, it showed their stats, but also the stats of the entire team. It's just a really nice touch that makes life easier. They thought some really good stuff in this game. I can turn the roof on as well, so you can see the roof of the shelters and what we're actually dealing with. Okay, so we've got Rita over here observing the cactus. Okay, her intellect is 3, so that's fine. Who has the highest intellect? I mean, Quinn has 3. 7. So Krista is absolutely vital to our research. We'll get that research desk set up pretty much straight away. We need more scrap metal, so come on guys, get scavenging. Let's speed things up a little bit. We can observe the cactus. What I really need is the ability to make antibiotics fairly quick, and I think you can do it from some of the slime from one of these plants here. Succulent plant. Haven't seen that before. Let's observe it. And every time you observe something, it gives you new abilities to use that resource. And it just helps you build a stronger base camp to survive in. Great. So that research desk will now be constructed. As I learn the skills of my actual survivors, I can then schedule in different activities for them to do, depending on their skill level. Cool, we've discovered the tea ball tree. I can harvest tea balls, and I think I can boil that into tea. So that is useful. I can also plant them now as well. What do I need for a campfire? I need sticks. Alright, we'll get that on the way. Get some sticks from these bushes here. And we'll queue some research. What do I immediately want that's important? That will allow us to do a second deconstruction of spaceship parts. Emergency rations that I can craft. I don't need that at the moment. I think tailoring or construction basics. I think construction basics, so I can start building better shelters. Oh, hello. Long-tailed reptile. We can hunt these later and observe them, and they will of course give us meat and different things that we can use. As night falls on the camp, we're in okay position. We probably need a table of some sort for the camp, but I don't have access to that at the moment. I will need wood or stone from rocks to find that blueprint, so we might need to do a few more observations first. Got ourselves some sticks there. Now I can build that campfire. So I think I'll stick here. There we go. See, we lost happiness there because they had to eat on their feet, which isn't great. They would prefer a table, so we got to get that in place straight away. And then we'll see if we can cut some cactus for wood. We don't seem to be surrounded by many sources of wood here, which isn't great. We may have to mine stone and use stone instead. Okay, sticks. We know about sticks now, which is awesome. The fence, we don't really need that yet, but I think we only have one gun, so when we get attacked, that's going to be a problem. These guys are hovering a little close to me. Let's go a bit faster. Cool, we have a campfire. Let's see what we can immediately cook. Quick recipes. Let's go for a cooked emergency ration. Let's do it 10 times. Cool. That will give us cooked food, which will increase the happiness of the colonists. Alright, we'll collect some T-balls from the tree. And then we can make our own tea to keep everybody happy. This is not a strong starting position though. There's not a huge amount around us. Okay, tall cactus, which means we can... They have tasteful flowers, okay? That's not exactly great, but... I wonder if we can cut them for wood. No, we can't. Okay, let's slow down a little bit here. Okay, having stone should enable me to build some other things now. A large table made out of stone. Beautiful. Alright, let's get that out there. A couple of stone chairs to go with it. We'll build 4 because that would be nice, right? Cool, right, constructing our tables. Everyone's very cold though in the desert, and you can see here the temperature's -6. It's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to get some heat going and some shelters built at some stage. I'm looking for any big tall trees around that I can cut for wood, but it's not looking good here. Okay, we've got insufficient storage space and hypothermia. That's not good. Let's build a couple more shelters and then we can store everything that we will need. Oh, now it looks like we've got a sandstorm coming on as well. Great. Okay, we can scavenge this for 6 more times, so that's awesome. We should have enough to do what we need. Okay, so we've got our first camp, and he wants to suggest a meeting at 7 o'clock tonight for a bit of a party. A great idea, let's do it. Try and raise the spirits. No one's doing my cooking here. Oh, we have been cooking, I think. Well, what I'll need to do eventually is go into the activities and kind of prioritize this. And look, everything in the UI highlights what you need to know about who can cook. So we're a bit lacking on cooking skill. It's really only Jack and Krista, and they're going to do other things before they cook, so that's a bit of an issue. That's why having a balanced team is always great. Ah, here we go. This will yield wood, so we'll try and observe that tree. Hopefully these things do not attack us. I don't know all the creatures that are in the desert landscape yet. Good, okay, Krista's doing some cooking. That'll get us going. And Quinn, what's Quinn doing at the moment? Quinn's still scavenging. Okay, we'll keep that because we need the resources for that. So our colonists can now sit down and eat. That will make them happier. Rita's off to observe the huge desert tree. We've one cooked meal. Okay, cool. So Krista's going to keep working on that. Meanwhile, I will work to keep improving the camp for everybody. And of course, this makeshift shelter is only the beginning of our colony. But we've got to start somewhere, right? Oh, more rations. Awesome. We observe these. We haven't observed the succulents yet. Once I observe this tree, I will probably plant a bunch because I do like to use wood, not just stone. We might clear out this stone actually, just so we can think ahead for building. Clear these sticks out so we have plenty of sticks. And we'll speed up time because at the moment everybody's working hard. We've got storage space again. Nobody wants to kill themselves yet, which is awesome. And our colony is looking strong. There's just so many little details in this game which add up to make it greater than the sum of its parts. It's what I really enjoy about this game, and it's one I have my eye on for 2023. And I plan to play it through because it's so enjoyable. What have we got here? Succulent plant. Okay, we are very close to observing that one. Brilliant. Okay. Juice leaf. Okay. Planting of juice leaf, healing balm, and sweet syrup. Nice. Now, the only problem I have is I don't have any of those small cactus. Oh, okay, cool. Everyone's having a bit of a party here, and they're talking to each other. They're celebrating their survival, which is, you know, I can give them that. They're quite entitled to do that. But Jack's sleeping, so obviously he's not into it and he's having a disturbed sleep. I mean, that's the kind of detail, right, that I'm talking about. Let me pause it here. Everyone's celebrating and Jack's trying to sleep, and the celebration is causing him to get unhappy because it's disturbing his sleep. I mean, that's great, right? What amazing immersion. I love it. Now, I really need to find the cactus that give me the healing balm. When I last started, I had it right next to my camp. But I don't in this run, so that's a problem because I'm going to need that if any of my survivors get sick. I mean, it's very easy for this game to get on top of you, and you can start losing fairly quick. Let's observe this blade grass. See what we have here. Wide leaf plants. Orange mushrooms. Yep, let's observe those. See what they can do. Okay, everyone's sleeping. Let's fast forward. They're going to get cold, I think, because they're... It's not too bad tonight. It's 1 degree, and I think the fire is heating them up a little bit. But they are chilly, so we really need to build a structure quick enough. Okay, as you can see, we can now plant farms as well. I can plant those T-ball trees, which I probably will do, because they will be good for tea, which keeps everybody happy. Let's actually make 10 of the tea. So that will now go into the list. Once they've cooked the rations, they'll move on to the tea. And that'll keep everybody happy. We've 5 cooked meals. But everyone's freezing to death still. So I really need to sort that ASAP. Oh wow, I don't even know what these are. I've never seen these before. Rounded cactus. Observe. But the little cactus that give me these, I think it's these guys. Let's hope so, because they're absolutely vital. Yeah, you do that. Okay, everyone's dying of hypothermia, but that's fine. Quinn is transporting some cloth. That's great. A workbench would be useful. Awesome, we now have tea. Yeah, let's get a workbench up and running. I'd like to get a tailor going as well. Would be useful. But of course, I need to research that first, right? I haven't done that yet, so let's stick that on the list. Everyone's too busy to do the research at the moment, though. Everyone's off observing things, and I think that's kind of important to get started, right? We need resources. Now, I can manually take control of colonists and get them to do tasks, but I'm not too unhappy with what they're doing at the moment, though I might cancel that one because I need that tree over there. Oh, cool. We scavenged some armor. That's awesome. Jack is our combat guy. He has armor on already. Is there any more guns available? There is. Okay, who's got the best combat score? Oh, God. Okay, so it's going to be Rita. Rita is going to grab a gun anyway. That's good. 2 people with laser guns. That means we're safe for the time being. Oh, I could stick a heating stove here, but I don't know how well it will heat. Just for the time being, because everyone gets hypothermia at night, right? So if I stick this here, will it heat the survivors? I don't know. We're going to try it. We're going to try it, just for the time being. Branch cactus, that's what we needed. That will allow me to craft antibiotics using cactus slime. Awesome. That's this guy's over here, I think. Yep, there we go. Let's harvest those because I really want to get antibiotics early, because in my first playthrough of this game ever, I was haunted by not having antibiotics available. I survived, but barely. Go Rita, she's off to do what we need to do over there. Quinn's constructing our heating stove, which should work in theory, but I don't know if my theory is correct, but I'm hoping that this area should end up hotter. Cactus slime, awesome. Let's go to the workbench. What can we craft? Let's craft some bandages until 10. And let's craft some antibiotics for 1 is fine for the time being. We don't need a lot. Oasis tree, there we go. We have wood and we can plant it. Let's chop it down for the time being and take some wood. And now I want to set up my own little wood farm, I think. Okay, this is not a great area for growing trees. 50% growth. Okay, that's a bit more difficult than I thought. Maybe we will have to forget wood as a resource here. What else have we got? Juice leaf. Branch cactus. Okay, we could do with those because they're useful for antibiotics. So let's get a small farm set up. That's perfect. And I think a tea-ball tree would be useful because it's going to keep everybody happy. Seems to grow well. We'll stick it over here. There we go. So we have 2 farms set up. Let's mine this stone. Okay, they'll get rid of it anyway, I think. So as you can see, we're expanding our horizons already. Things are looking good. I think we want to mine this stone, though, because we're going to be building a lot of stuff out of stone by the looks of it. Okay, we've only 1 cooked meal. Let's get on to that. Let's get another 10 in the queue. We don't have enough tea-balls, but I think we have some in storage now. Possibly not. Okay, that is actually working. That is actually heating the colonists, which is great. Hopefully they don't freeze at night anymore. Look at that stove. Beautiful. Keeping everybody happy. Everyone's off to bed. Let's speed it up. Look at this beautiful colony. We're surviving out here. We're surviving out here. The next phase is to get the farms up and running. Then we can think about building... Actually, we need to get some research going, right? We need to prioritize that because we're not getting enough research done. If we turn Jack off of research and Rita, they don't need to do research. I really need Krista to actually get on with that. So I might assign her to the workbench, actually, because she's busy doing too many other things at the moment. She's one of our only healers, though. Yeah, I don't really want her hunting. Harvesting, she's also good. I mean, Rita's vital to this, right? What are we going to do without Rita? Okay, she doesn't need to craft. Taylor, no. Cool, alright. So once we've got Rita set up, I'm going to get her and assign her to research because she seems to be just doing her own thing. Oh, Jack's found some medical supplies. Good man. First aid kits. Right, see, Rita's gone off to farm, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to get her to research. I tend to let the colonists do their own thing, but sometimes they just won't do the thing you want them to do, and you should assign them. Great, you clear that farm for me. We should have T-balls up and running in the future. I also want plenty of stone for the building I'm going to build. Now, maybe you guys play this game and you're a lot quicker than me, but I tend to just go at my own pace, keep everybody happy. And then we will start thinking, once we have researched building, about our main first main structure. Well, we'll put bedrooms in and go from there. So we'll probably play up to that point today. As soon as we've researched the ability to build a structure, and we'll make episode 2 building our new base with our survivors. And we do have this crazy moon, and I don't know the effects it's going to have on us right now, but I think it's going to throw up a few challenges. Everybody's off mining anyway. So wood's going to be a big problem. That's a big problem for us. We do not have much natural wood around. Don't think any of these provide wood. Tell you what I'm going to do here is just to get the teas. We're going to harvest all of those. And they probably have to prepare for our first animal attack soon, but I'm not too worried, as everybody has armor. So what we'll do, Quinn has nothing, so we'll give Quinn a light jacket as well. Obviously, when they wear clothing, it changes their thermal resistance. So I think if we click on Jack here, you'll see heat and cold tolerance. It's all calculated, which is, you know, great. And the clothes start to run out, and then you need to quickly get onto that. Okay, Rita's given up on her research and gone off planting, so I will assign her back. Because I really want to get construction now. Rita is my researcher? Have I got that right? No, it's Krista. Okay, that would help, Luke, if you actually had the right person doing the right job. Krista's off getting T-balls, so we'll wait for her to come back. It's fine. Rita can do a bit of research. But Krista ideally should be doing that because she has a special talent that allows her to make breakthroughs. Quinn's having a nice cup of tea there. We'll boost his happiness. There we go, a beverage. And minor pain relief from the tea. That's why tea is a very important resource, everybody. I have a good bit of stone, so as soon as we've researched building, we should get a nice complex up and running. But I really would like some wood. 50% growth is not good, though. Do we just chance it at 50%? I mean, here... I mean, not even here. It's got to be 50%, so I'm quite happy to get a farm out on that basis for some trees. It's going to be a pretty small farm, but hey, look. That's not ideal. Okay, Rita, I want you to switch over with Krista here. That should provide us with a good boost. Jack's off taking a walk. That can cheer people up. And I do think I'm doing better than my first ever playthrough, where I ended up with a lot of unhappy people all the time. I think we're off to a good start here. We have some food, which is great. Who's my cook? Is it Rita? She's not great, but she's interested in it, so... we'll get Rita doing some cooking. Krista's hungry, but she's not eating, and that's her own fault. I can't really help her there. Let's have a breakdown of the happiness. So she's hungry, it's dark. We're going to change that when we build our first shelter. And then she's got survivor's determination. Okay, that lasts for 8 hours. That's helping. Without those two, you could see her happiness would start to fall off dramatically. Hey, we also got to think about food, right? I'm not actually thinking about that at all. I've got quite a few emergency rations, but they are going to run out. And I haven't found any grains yet. I need some grain. There are grain bushes around. That's vital for me to find, because then I will be... what the hell is that? I mean, we can go hunting as well. We can definitely go hunting. But I prefer to have a grain farm. It's usually like a small... oh, fallen tree. Yeah, let's cut that. Take all that wood. This stuff can be useful as well, so I'll observe that because you can use it for clothes, making synthetic clothes. But I definitely have a weakness with the food right now. Okay, we need more observations. Because we can probably eat that stuff. I'm hoping we can eat orange mushrooms, it doesn't kill us. But I'm going to need some grains. Usually a small... Okay, this guy's dead. We can butcher that guy for raw insect meat. Oh, this guy's dead too. Let's take the meat. So really, that's my biggest concern right now. I have no grains, and I can't just grow a natural source of food. So we're a little bit dependent on meat and also cooked rations, which we don't have a lot left. Is there anything I can farm that I can eat? I don't think so. Cool, we got some extra wood there. It's not a lot, but it will help. Ah, cool, we're going to get some meat now, which will go off, but we can refrigerate it at a later date. We should get a decent amount. 34, okay. And then insect meat as well, we can cook that. Look, it'll do. It's not great, but it'll keep the wolf from the door. These guys are worrying me a bit. They're getting too close. Let's see. Quick recipes. Meat soup. That is going to be very helpful if we can do that. Let's go for 5 of those. Jack's keeping us happy with the food, which is great. Rita's going to go off and observe some plants. This looks pretty cool. But the map is extensive, right? Look, I can keep going and going and going. And there's more shit parts over here. But what there isn't is grain plants. Where are my grain plants? It's like the search for grain. Nothing here. It can be hard to find it sometimes. Well, I got lucky in my last one. I started next to a load of it. Maybe we can eat this stuff. It looks kind of nice. Maybe. Alright, cool. Well, we'll tackle that hopefully in the next video. A source of food would be great. Quinn's crafting some bandages, which we'll definitely need when we're attacked, which will be soon. It's one of the weakest elements of the game, though. You're attacked. It's just the combat isn't great yet. They really do need to improve on that part of it. Okay, we've got 95% observed on those mushrooms. If we can eat those, that would be excellent. Jack's running off to get some meat. Get some more stockpiles down while we're here. I thought I'd done that, but I'm too busy blabbering away. Now, where's Rita? Okay, cool. Let's speed up because we really need to get Rita back onto the construction. Cool. Krista's on that as well. Okay, cool. Orange mushrooms. Glitter caps. Okay. Pretty sure that we can use those for lighting and healing. Yes. But they can't be consumed. So that's definitely a problem. Food sources right now are my real concern. Everybody needs to eat, right? I think as soon as I stop finishing filming this video, I'm going to be like looking the whole map for grain. Okay, cool. Right, let's... where's Rita going now? She's getting something to eat, and then we'll stick her on research. We'll wrap up this construction basics and we'll have a look at what we can build, and then we will save that for the next episode. If we go ahead, but I just really want to show this game off in 2023. I think it's going to be something absolutely amazing. It's currently totally playable as well. You know, it really is playable in its current state. Right, we'll sleep the night away and we'll get Rita to finish the construction basics, and go from there. Jack's up late cooking tonight. He's probably going to disturb everybody with all this activity. No, he's going to sleep now. Everyone's still cold, but the fire is on. But it is outside, so yeah, probably not going to do a whole lot. Might do nothing, but hey, we gave it a try. There we go. We can provide feedback to early access. Let's do it together, right? Construction, I think it's got to be a 4. Exploration is pretty cool. Research, yeah, they're doing well. Resources, yeah, I love them. Characters, yep, on the right track. Combat, let's go for 2. You'll find out in another episode. UI, do you know what? It works. I love the game. There we go. Thank you, devs. Come on, Rita, you can't sleep in late. Alright, cool. No, you're not going to observe the twisty plant. Going to finish our research. And what am I doing? It's not even Rita, right? It's Krista. Oh, man. How do I get you off that? Let's craft bandages and get Krista on. Let's let Krista eat first, or she'll get annoyed. Right, Krista's got hypothermia. That's not great. Okay, there we go. She had an insight, which is awesome, because she's a genius, apparently. So we have construction basics. Right, let's wrap up by having a look at what we can build. Quite a lot. And we'll start with a room, and it's going to be scrap metal, wood, or stone. And I think the obvious one for us is stone, because it takes a lot of resources. And we don't have much scrap metal, and we don't have much wood. So what we will do is we'll pull out something like this. I think something quite big, maybe over here, because it's kind of sparse, and then we'll divide that up into rooms. Everybody will have their own bedroom. We'll bring everybody inside for research and cooking and crafting, and we'll go from there. And I think we're off to a good start then. So, there we go. What else can we do? Doors, windows. You can open and close windows for ventilation. Make sure to check out my first video that I did on the game. I went for a good, kind of synopsis of a game which I played for 40 hours. So that's really cool. Once we have a building up and running, we'll start thinking about defense, and we'll move on as we go. I plan to do these periodically throughout 2023. If you like the game, get down below, like, comment and subscribe, and tell me if you're playing, what you like about the game, what you don't like, what you think they can improve through early access. So yeah, it's been a really cool first episode. I don't do a lot of these Let's Plays, so it's really great to have you here, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me. As always, I've been Luke from LT Gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one.